Hello. I'm Sandy Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach Trainer. If you know me at all, whether we work together or you've seen my posts or heard my videos, you know I'm a huge proponent for self-care. Self-care looks and feels differently for each of us, and it often changes not only through our experiences, but sometimes day to day and hour by hour. As one amazing client, actually, this woman has become a dear friend, as she says often, you can't pour from an empty cup. Now, most of us, well, everybody here is someone who has lost someone. You know what it's like to be the griever. And so, yes, I will continue to urge, to encourage, all right, to nag you about self-care. That might be drinking plenty of water, getting enough rest, eating nutritional food whenever possible, speaking about what you feel, what you need. Often we don't know what we need, and so it might be an exercise of discovery. Here's something that's often forgotten. When you're supporting someone grieving, your self-care needs to be stepped up as well. Now, sometimes when we are supporting someone, we put our own self-care on the back burner. We think, oh, they've got to come first. I can't get the rest. I've got to be on alert. I've got to do this. And I appreciate that sentiment so much. But we can't feed someone if we don't have food in our pantry. We can't give what we don't have. When you're supporting someone, even if the grief is not your primary loss, if it was not your parent, your partner, your child, your friend, you care about them. And because you care about them, you're hurting too. You may find that your own levels of grief from your losses are exacerbated again, stepped up, heightened. Even if they're not, your concern for your friend may well deplete you more than you realize. And so I'm going to urge you, yeah, I'm fine with nagging you too. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I want to be there for people I love and care about. The only way I can do that is to step into self-care. 4 people that I know have lost, 4 people I care about quite a lot have lost amazing, precious people very recently. And I want to do all I can to support them. At the same time, I'm quite aware of how much it's ramped up my stress, which is perfectly okay. And so I've stepped up my self-care. What does that look like for you? I'd love to hear, what does it look like for you? For me, it's meant more time with my husband. It's meant planting in the yard, digging in the yard. I find very nurturing, very healing, very calming. It's meant sitting out in the screen room and watching it rain and doing nothing at all. It's meant understanding that sleepless nights have been visiting, so not expecting so much physically of myself the next day. Now, all of that is shifting from day to day. The sleep is returning. It's much better. I'm someone who, when I'm stressed or worried about something, I eat things that I shouldn't. I'm aware of that. And so while some of that has been allowed because it felt good in the moment when I needed it, being aware has let me curtail it as well. What does self-care look and feel like for you? For many, it might mean writing the check, or okay, more likely going on the laptop or the phone and paying a bill so that it's not on your mind. For someone else, it might mean going for a run. It could be cleaning your house. So many find it really helpful to clean or to cook or to declutter. If you're one of those, I'll give you my address. I'll make you tea. I'll rub your back. What do you need? Both as a person who's experienced the loss and as someone who is supporting those who have had this loss as their primary. Self-care matters. It's not always the hot bath and candle, though it absolutely can be. It's not always the long walk with a friend. It might be. Perhaps it's journaling or reading. I don't know. I know it changes for me on a regular basis. And most of my clients tell me that it's helpful to sort of have a list of things that they have found helpful in the past or that they're willing to step into and give a try. It might be meditation. It could be a old comedy on TV. It could be just sitting and crying. What does self-care look like for you right now, at this moment? I encourage you to become aware of what you need. Physically, do you need to move? Do you need some rest? If so, I hope you turn this off and find yourself a comfy chair, maybe a couch. Have you fed your body? How about your mind? What are you doing to let it relax? If there's something going on a loop, it can be helpful to imagine a bicycle wheel with those spokes. And just put a stick in the spokes. Nobody's on the bike, it's okay. And stop that loop. Remind yourself you have the ability to do that and replace it with a more gentle thought. If your heart is hurting, what feels good for you? Is it a long, long hug? My grandkids have had amazing hugs the last couple of weeks. So is my husband. Maybe it's about spending time with your pet. Dogs, cats, horses, unconditional love, just being in their presence brings us calm. Give yourself the gift of self-care. It might be the most beautiful and loving gift you can give to those that you love and who love you. I'm going to get off this box right now because I've pestered enough about this and I think you get the point. For today, I wish you a day of gentle self-care, knowing that the more you care for yourself, the better able you are to care for those that you care about. I'm Sandy Walden from Serenity, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach Trainer. I wish you a day of gentle care. Namaste.